Everything that I'm doing is just to get there, it's just to show up. I just want to show up consistently. And the first person I'm going to start showing up for is me. You know what I mean? Me, man. So yeah, man, wake up, man. Let's get to it, man. 1 million ain't going to make itself. All right, man, welcome to the new year. My main focus right now is consistency. That's one thing. I always start the year off right, posting, doing anything I'm supposed to do, and then a couple months in I get busy, then I stop. So the beauty about this right now, I got a buddy of mine that's like, listen, if you shoot it, I'll edit it. So right now my main focus is consistency, and not just consistency with posting, but consistency going to the gym, being consistent in my business, being consistent and just focusing on growth. So right now we back at the gym. Today is day 7. I plan on no days off for like 70 to 90 days. I just want to be as consistent. Yeah, I go extreme. That's just what I'm trying. I just, you know what I mean, this is just what I got to do. So, you know what I mean, trying to develop these better habits. So my main thing right now is I just want to show up for myself. So today, right now, we at the gym. We about to get this leg workout in. And yeah, man, we're going to keep it pushing. All right, legs are fried, man. Legs are fried. So we just hit the gym. We got a good workout in. Now we on our way back home. And when we get home, we're gonna cook us some breakfast, shower, get dressed, and we gotta go pay our mortgage, right? So I'm gonna take you along the way to so you can see how the mortgage get paid. So things that some of these people may not tell you on these chats, but I'm gonna tell you right now. For my 4 family, I'm paying $6,400 a month. $6,400 a month. I bought this property back in May of 2025. So yeah, I've been paying $6,451 a month. That's not including my taxes or my insurance. I pay all those separately. So yeah, this is the world of investing. But I had a plan for all these things, and the beauty is we're using other people's money to do this, and I'll be able to show you guys how we do that as well. Stay tuned. So, you know, I'm back in the car as usual. This is just my life, pretty much. We had a good gym session. I had a good breakfast. And now I'm back on the road. I'm on a little bit later than anticipated because I have a potential renter for the downstairs unit. So it gets a little tricky when it comes to rentals. And I don't want to say tricky when it comes to rentals. Right now, I'm on Furnish Finder, Airbnb, so I'm looking for month-to-month renters right now while I'm going through all the renovations. So I'm doing month-to-month renters, and someone reached out to me off the app and wanted to come see the property. But they're, you know, when things like that happen, it kind of raises a red flag for me. And it's like, you know, the pictures are on the app. If you need something else, I can send it to you. So I was going to show them the property, but, you know, after consulting, you know, with ChatGPT, highly did not suggest that. A lot of issues that come about it that you can research yourself as well, and not just through ChatGPT, just doing Google searches just to see what the implications would be, what things can happen, or scammers, this, that, and the third. So I didn't want to show them or give them the location to the property because one, nobody's there, and I'm not trying to have squatters. So I literally just got off the phone with the guy, and he's like, no, he wanted to rent it through Furnish Finder. I was under the impression he was going to rent it outside of Furnish Finder. So I went through this whole thing, drawing up contracts and checklists of everything that I felt as though he was going to need in order to take possession of that unit. And it was a lot of things that I learned. You know, when you're doing a short-term rental, they're not considered tenants, and you're not considered renting it to them. You're actually licensing the property to them. And this is a good lesson for people that's starting out with this. You're licensing the property to them. So if you needed to get them out, you can. If they are a tenant, there's certain procedures that you would have to go through. But being that I'm just licensing it to him, he would have to get out once that license expired within those 30 days. But now we're on our way to the bank to pay our mortgage. Now, I've paid 2 mortgages this month already on my one property, single family home that we turned into, I want to say kind of like a group home. So that mortgage was $3,200 this month, 32 and some change, because it went up because of taxes. Now, my 4-family mortgage, we did hard money with this for the simple fact that we knew we needed money to upgrade it, and so we did hard money. So my mortgage is $6,451. That's how much I pay monthly. And mind you, I've had this unit since May. So just do the math of how much holding costs I've spent. And I'm hoping this will be the last time I have to pay this kind of money. I'm hoping between this month and next month, I should be potentially going through my refi by next month, the latest. So next month should be the last time that I pay mortgage on this property using a hard money lender. So now, for those who don't understand what a hard money lender is a private lender. So I'm paying 14% interest on the amount of the money that I borrow. 14% interest, but the thing with it is you're paying the interest only. So I'm not paying principal, only on the interest. The principal get paid out at the end of the term. So in typical hard money is only 12 months. So I have 12 months to get the project done. I thought I was going to get it done in 6 months, to be honest with you. So I really only budgeted for 6 months, and that's where we ran into some trouble at. You know, one of my biggest fears was not being able to complete this project, because I've heard so many horror stories about people starting projects this size and defaulting and not being able to finish because they run out of money. And you know, I was very close to that. But you know, some creative ideas that I did allowed me to be able to get the money to finish the project. So I want to be done by February. I need to be done by February, no later than March, because I just can't continue to keep paying $6,451. I have enough for this month and next month and potentially March, but I'm hoping we can be done by then. Not only to be done by then, if this renter comes through, that will take care of half of my holding costs, which is a plus. So then I have an upstairs unit, and if I can be done with that unit, that will take care of damn near my whole holding costs. So, you know, it's all about strategizing, having exit plans, and I already knew these was my plans. A few mistakes was made, 110%. I made a few mistakes throughout this process, but I also had contingency plans. Always have a contingency plan, people. So we are on the right track. I went to the bank, my business bank account, took out the mortgage, and now I'm on my way to their bank to deposit it into their account. Yes, they are private lenders. It's not like you send it to the bank or anything like that. No, you send it to a person. And they're good people to have, for the simple fact any other project that I want, I can use them. But I've learned some other creative ways I want to move forward future real estate projects. Will I use a hard money lender again? I don't know. Maybe. You know, what made it work for this project is the fact that I bought the property at $435. I'm all in right now with my lender. Initially it was $505, so we just took out another $165. So add that to $505, we're at $670, I want to say, something like that. Yeah, so we're at $670. So $670,000 is what I owe my lender. At the end of this project, it'll be worth about $1.3 million. And the way we're going to get that appreciation is that's what our units are renting for, between $28,000 and $3,000. So that means we'll be at about $1.3 million, between 1.25 and 1.3 million. I want to try to hit 1.3 million because that gives me plenty of money to walk away with 6 figures, pay all my lenders back. So that's the thing with real estate, and the beauty of investing in real estate and finding a good deal. This was a good deal. So yeah, 505. I'm all in. 670. I'm able to get 75% of 1.3 million. Again, you can do the math. I'm walking away with 6 figures plus an asset that's going to be producing income on a monthly basis. So we've already projected my mortgage to be about, let's just say my mortgage will still be about $6,000, but then I'll have 4 fully renovated units, and I'll be making about $11,000 to $12,000 a month on that. So you do the math on what my monthly income would be just on this one unit. So yeah, so it's, it's all part of, listen, 2026 right now is a good year to make these investments, right? It's definitely a good time to make these investments. I'm broke right now. I'm broke right now, but I'm only broke temporarily, right? And that's why they say the wealthy. I need to do something else. But see, this, right? This is what people don't understand, right? They see this kind of money, right? And then they think, this money is gone. This money going right back to somebody else, and then I'm back broke. Because then what? I gotta pay my rent. I gotta pay my own rent, right? So I gotta pay my own rent. It's 1,000 things that gotta go on, man. It's 1,001 things gotta go on. So, yeah, we here now. We about to make some things happen. Pay this mortgage, and I'll be back and talk to you guys just a little bit more, because now I have to do some research on Furnish Finder to hopefully get this tenant in by Monday. And I think it's going to work out, man. I think it's going to work out. So this way, once they're in there, then I can focus on finishing the upstairs. I think I might furnish the upstairs. But what I really want to do is probably going to take pictures of the upstairs, and then I'm going to put it in ChatGPT, have Chat mock it up with bedrooms and everything else, put it out there, see what kind of hits I get, and then I'm also going to put it out there with no furniture, see what kind of hits I get. Because if I can get a long-term tenant in there for $2,800 to $3,000, it's a no-brainer for me. Like, it's literally a no-brainer. Alright, I'm back. So I just rewatched a little bit of what I shot yesterday, and after further investigating, especially when it comes to Furnish Finder, the thing with Furnish Finder is it is off app. The app is basically just like a board for people to find housing, which, I did Furnish Finder almost a year ago. I never got a hit, and this is the first hit that I'm getting. So this is the first. So yeah, so it is off app, and there is certain regulations that you need to follow and certain things that you need to do to protect your property. So my main objective right now is just to protect the property, right? I've heard horror stories, and I'm not saying I've had horror stories already, but I'm not trying to have any more horror stories. So I'm just trying to protect the asset as best as I can from squatters, people that just want to come in and destroy the place, etc. So there's certain things that I just learned from lease and license. To protect the property, you want to license the property from all the research that I gathered. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to follow the structure, and it's off app. There's no real structure for in app when it comes to Furnish Finder. But when I did Furnish Finder, I thought it was like Airbnb. So that was my main thing. I thought it was like Airbnb, but it's not. So I just wanted to jump on and let you know that, and we can continue the video. But today I'm on my way to the gym right now, and I'm gonna give you a quick little tidbit, you know what I'm saying? Things that I look for in a property, how to get to the bag, you feel me? So 3 things I look for in a property. 1, location. Right, I don't like locations on busy streets, right? Because I've learned that busy streets kind of limit your pool of buyers or renters, because if they got kids, they don't want to be along that busy street. Not only that, if I'm doing renovations and things of that nature, when the trucks come to drop off the siding or do the roof and stuff like that, where do they go? So that could be a nightmare as well. So one, I'm always looking at the location, what type of road it's on, what's by it, you know, where's the highways at, etc., etc. So that's one thing that I look for. Two, I look for how can I push the equity, right? And what I mean by that, how can I increase the value in this property? And if it's a total rehab, I already know I'm gonna push the value by just fixing it up, right? New kitchen, you know, that increases the value, new bathroom. And if it's a property that's not too bad, I have to look for where can I add space at, right? If the basement is not redone, let me redo the basement. Adding living space, you know, the more, so it's just because you go in and put some lipstick on it don't mean you're gonna add value, right? So that's another thing. The third thing I look for is how much is it going to be worth at the end of the repairs? Like, how much do I feel as though that I can make, which is called the ARV, the after repair value. So I look at how much do I think I can make off of this property once it's done, and I do that by analyzing the properties around it that are similar. So those are the three things that I look for when purchasing a property. Bang.